go. And let's go. So, for all of you who were in this round chamber where in the middle the crystal ball on this little plateau was lying, as High Magister Swansong cast a spell and the crystal ball suddenly was showing you images. Nemeia, you have been, like, since you touched the ball, you kind of were totally in the vision. Like, you experienced everything from the vision of Luvessa, actually. Has anyone else touched this ball?
I distinctly remember them not even being in the room.
No, they were in the room for sure. But they didn't touch the ball. You were the only one reaching out. So as Nemeia reached out, is anyone of you also reaching out to the ball? Or just staying respectfully back?
I'll touch
We're
it.
gonna have a whole new prequel episode if we do that. I think Isaac wanted to say something.
Yeah, I will go for it.
I thought so, yeah. Okay. So for everyone who touches the ball, which is only Isaac and Nemeia.
Okay, I'm also gonna do it.
Sure, why not? Okay, Sin. So for you three, like Sin, you get the vision as you would have been Markham. Isaac, you get the vision as you would have been Orgrek. For Ellerin and Olaris, you are not really in the scene while doing this, but you, as you look around, you see what's happening there in this crystal ball, but you don't get everything. You just get, it's very speed up for you. Like, within 10 minutes or so, like the whole 3 hours from last session just pass by. Actually, Ellerin, you're not even in the room right now, so it's only Alaris. You just get like, you see some images of people and like places, and but it's kind of like too fast to catch on. You get some sense of what's going on there. You see some winged tieflings. You see like planes where like fire rains down from the sky, and so on and so on. But like it's hard to get at the details. Something about a rescue or something. All the others, you have the full information from the character you've played before. And with that, the vision subsides, and Nemeia, you take one step back as like the vision kind of like dispenses in your mind.
Yeah. I'm a little shell-shocked. I don't think Nemeia can say anything at the moment.
Why are you doing this? Like, Magister Swansong is looking at you and saying something like, "You see, child, you and your family are quite special. If the Harpers can give any help or anything, like Callista did a lot for us. Like, just reach out." Oh, there's actually one thing, and like he puts his hands in the pocket, and you see as like he has like this little pocket, but his kind of like his whole arm like goes into it. Like there's way much more space there than it actually should be there, and he just like rummages around, and oh, there it is, and he pulls up a little white glass key, and like he gives it to you, Nemeia. This is she gave this to me. It's like the key to your home. I felt like since you're in the city, you might have a use for that.
Thank you.
I
always thought my mother gave me these and I unfurl the wings.
Well,
I don't understand.
As you do this, he's like, "Hey, shh, put this away." Like it's Silverymoon, like probably nowhere actually. It's safe to showcase those wings.
She duly folds them back up again.
The armor just like grows and toppling it again.
I know this is all heart-wrenching, but the real interesting part here, of course, is how do you get these wings? I want some too. All I saw was them killing these people. Why was no one trying to grow wings themselves? I don't understand. How can it not be on all of you guys' mind and the rest of people?
How this whole thing works, they call it a blessing. It's the blessing of Asmodeus, and only the prime family of the tiefling who made the deal is is actually able to grow them. It's kind of like the fiend within that kind of reaches out and tries to, pull through and give them some features of its own.
So you're saying if I make a deal with Asmodeus, I can grow wings?
Well, I think if you want to make a deal with Asmodeus, you can certainly do anything. Like that's the nature of the deal. But you should be also aware of the deals with, especially Asmodeus, have consequences.
Sounds oddly familiar. Now, I wonder what is... Just imagine, of course, this has nothing to do with who I am or what my past holds in store for me, but if there were two gods whom you made a deal with, and they both want something from you, wouldn't they get jealous of each other?
I don't see your point.
Would it be the case, hypothetically? Hypothetically.
Well, I guess.
Interesting. Where do I find this Asmodeus?
Well,
Where
that's
does he
the
have a
thing.
temple?
Like, no one has seen him in eons, actually. We're not even sure how this tiefling got in direct contact with him. Because as we know, and like what our sources tell us, that the 9th layer of hell is actually closed. And has been since the spell plague.
So Nemeia, you're saying you've had these since the day you were born. It doesn't just happen.
They grew in. But I remember when I was young, when I still lived here, my mother would sit me down and tell me stories from a long, long time ago. And as she would also chant.
Well, your
And
mother...
every now and then she would do something to my shoulders. And I thought that's what caused this.
I can tell you at least that your mother is a very capable magician in like certain areas. She's kind of like an expert on anti-divination and also control of magic. She served as a teacher for several people over the north.
I look at Solarios at that point.
Yeah, Solaris is kind of like adventure seekers, like ooh,
No.
somewhere far off. And with that, actually, door bursts open. Ellerin is like, "What did I miss?" Because all of you teleported in, but like Ellerin kind of like just took a seat next to the harps, like harpist playing, because like it was very nice and like just relaxing there with an adventure sickness. But it seems like she came, like everything came back, and she was looking for you, and people like showed you the way to the room, and so she just bursts in, or he bursts in, and well, there he is.
Ellerin,
Yeah.
you might want to sit down.
Oh no.
What's going on?
You have to be
Sits down.
really, really strong now, okay?
It is really a tragic
You're saying
backstory,
that?
that is true.
Go on,
See,
Finn.
when things got hot down in that underground city, I begged the others, I begged them to stay, to not just leave like this.
Oh, wait for a
But-
second. Like, if this is just like, I know the vision can feel like you have been in those places and that you have been in this city of this, but actually, if you like this subsides, try
Yeah,
to.
you
like,
have no
sit
idea
down.
what you're talking about. No. Sorry, Ellerin. There's more than one underground city.
Mm.
The one that we actually went to.
Mm-hmm.
There might have been a moment when I was begging the others to stay and to bring Rosa with us, but then they just decided
knew.
against that.
I knew.
And
I
they
knew it.
just went without Rosa. I hope you know that I really tried.
I knew
But
it.
it was them. It was them. They all
What?
they wanted to
Ellerin.
go.
I
Yes,
was the
I
one
did.
asking Solarios if he could teleport us to get Rosa. And then we were bickering about money instead.
So money's more important than Rosa.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know you lost a friend.
She was more than a friend. She was.
Ellerin,
Yeah.
I understand what you're going through, but I assure you, I'm going to help you find a way to get Rosa back. I'm going to try and get...
Isaac, do you promise? She's my
I prom-
guardian angel. I need her here.
I understand. If I were to lose Princess, I would lose my mind.
See? I'm
See,
glad someone understands me.
The horrible thing is you have to imagine, I mean, it's one thing if Rosa just died, but she's probably still standing there, not understanding why we're not coming back.
Well, I
Looking
sure
to the
hope.
distance, to the horizon.
I sure hope so. I hope she's okay. I hope she's doing good. If she's not, one of you are gonna have to pay for this.
Maybe Tolong found Rosa and is looking after her. It's a
Maybe
possibility.
Arrow found Rosa.
Well,
What if
I
they've
hope
eaten
so.
her?
I sure hope so. Don't sin. No. Don't say that. You're not helping. Okay, well, I hope we can go back, and I hope, Isaac, that,
Yeah.
we can make sure that she's okay. I trust you with this.
Thank you.
Well, we gotta find Nemeia's mom.
I actually have a different question. For the Magister.
Yeah.
Is... I can't remember his name.
Swan song.
Devotion?
Oh yeah.
Devotion.
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Is Devotion still in Silverymoon?
Well, that's an unfortunate thing. It seemed like that he was immediately captured, and we don't really know where he is currently. Your mother doesn't believe this, but we think, and we have intel that actually it was he who revealed your locations to the cult.
Well, that's disconcerting.
Well, it's a very tragic story indeed.
I was rather hoping to talk to the man who may or may not be my real father.
As far as our intel tells us, it seems to be your father. If that gives you any, well,
no, that makes it worse. If your intelligence is correct. I'm going to go to the house
sure.
and try to process all of this.
If you need anyone to talk, we are here. We actually have a special working group just having eyes on the cult. So, out of interest, who's your leader?
Not
Well,
some-
Excuse me, Alaris?
I mean, it's me.
we kind of share that responsibility in Curse,
Good.
depending on the
I
moment.
only said Watson because I know Nemeia would say that.
Sure. Okay, if you need anything, here with the Harpers, we are here to help you. If you need any services that include, I don't know, acquiring of certain items or enchantments or anything, we can give you that without any additional price. We just do it for the materials because this is a way of, giving back a bit. So if just approach us if you need anything, and maybe what is your name? And he looks at Isaac.
Me?
Yes.
Isaac Winters.
Maybe on a word.
What?
Sorry.
Or maybe I could have a word with you.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Sure. Please. And he just points at the door, and I seriously hope you can find a bit of respite in your old home, and if you have
Sorry.
moved on or want to talk, just We hear.
One last thing. When was the last time you actually saw Callista?
I think it was probably like, I don't know, 3 weeks, maybe 2.
Okay. And Nemeia kind of head down, very tunnel vision at the moment, walks out of the room.
Okay. As you walk out of the room, you like have this big stairs, like you have some doors to left and right. If you go down, you get like the entrance area where I've been before, with like the harpist playing and like the nice white facade with like the branches like growing naturally through walls. And there's like only the one room you see like where I've come from. Down there at least.
I'll wait there for now
Okay.
for Isaac to be finished.
So Isaac, like he puts you to like he asks you to the next room.
Okay.
Well, he's gone. Like Ellery and Sin and Alaris, you stand like still in the one room with the crystal ball.
So now what?
I guess we wait until Isaac is back.
How long do you think it's going to take them?
I don't know.
Why did you do that? He puts you in the next room, and this room is like a little floor, and like there are some people like going around. Like most of them have long robes and like seem to have carry books and stuff. He's pulling you to the side and is like, since you are currently, as I understood it, the leader. I'm not sure how you split the responsibilities exactly, but I just wanted to ask you to keep an extra eye on Nemeia over there. It's very... It's there are a lot of parties interested in her powers, and it would be a big problem if, let's say, her blood get like into the wrong hands. So if you are in need of aid before anything escalates, please approach us.
Of course. I will certainly keep an eye on him.
That's good.
If I may ask something, is Ogric around, perhaps?
Ogric, yeah, she's actually down by the requisitions. She's currently overseeing some projects there.
Okay, perfect. That's it from my part. I will keep an eye on Nemeia, excuse me. And yeah.
Good. Thank you.
While that's happening, can I say to the others, why did we agree to him saying he's the leader of the group?
Did we?
Did we?
I mean, we walked off with them. And we didn't stop it.
Well, maybe it was because you said I'm not the leader.
We both know you and I are not fit to be a leader for this group.
Excuse me? I think we're perfectly capable. And to be honest, I was just so abashed by insolence that in that moment I didn't know what to say. And by the time I had gathered my thoughts, Isaac had already stormed off. But whoever our leader might or might not be, isn't it dangerous to let someone who just so briefly, such time ago, joined our group become our leader?
Exactly. That's why I'm
Nah. Isaac's got this. I trust him.
He seems quite capable.
He's a good one.
only because he wants to get Rosa for you.
See, this is the funny
Maybe.
thing. This is the funny thing. All you people, I've been taken up with your nonsense for a long time, and along comes Isaac, one of the first people that actually have their head in the right place. So in general, I don't have anything against him being a leader, but the fact that he's so new,
Yeah, that's why.
I haven't gone through enough backstabbing and betrayal with him yet to know that he's like to be trusted.
Isaac, you just come back at this point, I guess.
Hi everyone.
Hey, Isaac.
So it turns out I'm the new leader of the group. How exciting.
Whoa, is it, no?
Very. Ellerin,
Yes.
I may have an answer to your solution. If you want to come with me, we're going to go to requisitions and we're going to go speak to someone I would like to talk to.
Someone whose life I recently invaded for 4 hours.
Wait,
Okay,
where's
sounds
this?
good.
Where's this guy? Sorry, Ellerin.
No worries. I mean, this sounds great, Isaac. I'm all for it. I believe you know what you're doing.
Are you saying Albrecht's still alive?
Of course, Ogrick's still alive.
I thought this all happened like a long time ago.
She's a dwarf.
Touche. So,
It's only 26 years.
gods, but I don't want to get to meet Markham. That guy seemed like the biggest idiot I've ever had the honor to live inside of. Jesus. Do you know there was a moment when there was a meteor strike, and instead of running away, threw himself onto someone he meant to protect?
Very clever.
Maybe we should learn from him, son.
I think I learned quite a lot of what not to do from this encounter.
Okay. So you all meet up, like go downstairs, I guess. Where is Sinh and Nemeia?
Who's pacing back and forth, much like you've seen her do a couple of times before when a lot is weighing on her. And she says as she sees you all coming, I need to make a visit to where I used to live. Anyone who wants to come along is welcome. I don't know what we're going to find there, if anything. But I need to try.
I'll definitely be coming with.
I'll go along.
Me too.
Same, of course.
Sin, if you take as much as a grain of salt from that house, I will tear you in half.
Ah, Nemeia. I know how you mean it.
No.
Don't worry. You know me.
This
You
isn't
know.
a warning like Solarios gave you. This is an actual warning. I will search you, and if I find anything out of place, I will kill you.
I'm just sitting to the side. So glad that you never said this to me either.
I can't be held accountable for whatever Nemeia does.
Okay.
Don't give anyone any ideas. Don't slip anything into your pockets. Nothing is moved. Okay?
I quietly say to myself, trying to stay quiet enough that she can't hear. Shadow chicks.
I would like to check whether I hear that.
Or you can do one of those awesome perception checks we did last time with Markham.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Damn it. Okay. Well, we'll go along.
Okay, where do you go?
Do I have a good enough memory to make my way?
Well, yeah, in
back?
Silverymoon for sure. The problem is you're currently stuck in the White Tower, where, like, there's not really an exit right now. At least, like, you haven't seen one.
I was gonna suggest if we could just quickly pop down to see Ogrig and then ask her for a way out.
Wait, is there no door to this place?
No, it is actually, you haven't seen one so far.
Huh. Well, Isaac, unfortunately, you seem to know where you're going. I'm not entirely sure I want to talk to this Ogric person, but maybe she has information.
She's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope I would like to go
Yeah.
to Orgrick. I'm assuming I know how to get there.
You actually, like, the amount of times you have in this tower is like limited to minimum thanks to your own like thanks to what you actually wanted. You wanted to avoid this place actually. So like the more you haven't been here often, but you know your way around to at least go to the basics like requisitions, for example. And you see there a young gnome currently like tinkering on some stuff, and a halfling woman like searching through a lot of parts of something, and she's like writing numbers down, like marking them. But there's no, you don't see Orgrick right now. But yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go up to the gnome. So like, hi.
Good afternoon. Do you need any requisitions?
Not at the moment. But I was hoping if Orgrick was around.
Oh yeah, boss. And like with loud like boss, like you see an older dwarf. From the vision, like she has changed much. She's not like all of you remember her as this young and like colorful girl, so to say. But the woman is now in front of you has more focused look. She looks more stern. The hairs already start to like gray a bit, and she has like a very determined way of walking as she's like looking, going to you and it's like, how can I help you? Oh, that's interesting to see you here.
Hello.
Hello, Isaac.
How are you?
Well, I've been busy.
It certainly seems so.
Oh, you never.
Yeah. Orgrick, you didn't tell me you went to hell like 20 years ago.
No, I did.
Wow.
That was
I am.
pretty cool.
Thank you. How? Just out of curiosity, like, who told you?
I forgot his name. Isaac would know.
Well, Isaac knows, yeah. The High Magister Swan Song.
That one. High
Oh,
Magister
well.
Swan.
She looks at Nemeia for a second and just scans her up and down.
I nod my head but don't say anything.
Okay. And she's returning like to Isaac and like, how can I help you?
Okay, so we're just looking for a way out. I'm just showing them like the basics of this place. You know, the hospital is pretty cool.
Sure.
And secondly, something I just want to know personally is, have you spoken to Sagash lately?
Well, actually, it's I've been wanting to talk to you anyways. But you know what? Let's keep it for later. About like the friends here, I like this fellow hoppers, or what brings you here actually?
Well, that whole thing that I was doing for like that was supposed to be a bit short ended up being a bit longer than I expected. I nearly died. I found these people in the middle of a forest, and eventually, long story short, I learned a teleportation circle. That's pretty cool, and managed to come here.
Seems you're making progress.
I know, pretty cool.
Well, it's probably not bad that you got some, well, practical experience. Like, always like pondering over books is probably not the way to go. I learned it myself.
I was about to say.
One thing actually, and she just looks at all the people in the room. What are you planning within the next 2 weeks? Is there anything special you're planning?
We don't know yet.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, if you need anything like requisitioned, identified, custom made, my people here are definitely able to, get that for you.
Do you know if there's a shop owned by a certain Donella here in town?
Donella? Which Donella?
The famous one with the artifact store.
Or the one who occupies multiple shops throughout the north.
Exactly.
You know her.
What did she do to you?
Oh no, I'm just curious.
Well,
But if you want to, you can make an insight check, because like if you ask like
Yeah.
that, like, you know.
yeah, I don't know if he's like... Yeah, let me do an insight check. Just want to be super sure here before I get us into trouble or something. +2. Easy.
You don't know. Simple as that.
Well, you are having the honor to stand in front of the Nellis Downings, one of the North's most infamous troops of problem solvers.
So you're
I don't know.
sponsored by her. Is this correct? Isaac, you too.
Sponsored is the big word.
Apparently,
Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So it seems you had a lot of conversations with her, I guess. Like, I don't know. Crazy.
Well, when we actually find her, anywhere where we need her,
Well, I'm glad for you, I guess.
but bottom line, she's got a store here.
No, she doesn't. Not in Silverymoon.
Do you have a map, like, of all the cities where she has a store?
Well, actually, that's something I could look up for you if you give me, like, I don't know, some hours. I need to get someone on the task.
Sure.
Okay, I'll write it down. Actually, and he looks over to her. Tenki, write it down. And she's like, yes, ma'am. And just writes it down. So, yeah. Also, welcome everyone from the LAN herd, from the LAN stream. We are currently playing Dungeons and Dragons with those amazing people you probably all know here. So you join mid in the session. So I guess it will be hard to pick up, but well, enjoy your time here, and we'll see you, I guess. So. By the way, we're playing every Monday from 7 p.m. Just want to say that. Cool. Yeah. Anything else?
I would obviously know the way out, unless I would ask Orgrid.
We have been here once time. Like, there are two ways out. Like, one is like you can just go to the politician circle and teleport to a random place in Silverymoon, or you take actually one of the hidden doors in the bottom, but it's preferred to go via teleportation circle.
I'd actually have one more question before we leave.
Of course.
To Orgric. Do you know what happened to your companions from your trip to Hell?
Oh, you actually have a lot of inside knowledge. Well, I mean...
No. I'm just curious. I picked up that you went to Hell with them from your conversation.
Well, I mean, some of them are still working for the hard press, and some, well, don't. Is there anyone specific you want to inquire about?
I assume Markham is dead by now.
Oh, Markham, I think he actually is still holding up. He's a very, like, tough bastard. He's up in the north. I think he's the sheriff of Brian Shenda, actually.
The good guy wins.
What about his, let's call it, daughter?
Oh, yeah. She is actually still doing work for us. She's currently, I think, the lady of Brian Shender, so she more or less owns this place.
What about Daldora?
Eldora? Well, we haven't seen her in years. Tragic, actually. She could have been quite an asset.
Fair.
Okay. It was nice seeing
forget
you,
about it?
Isaac. And she reaches
Nice
out
seeing you.
to you.
I take it.
Okay, everyone make a perception check, except Isaac.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Deception.
What is happening?
Okay.
Why? Again.
Okay. Well, everyone except Nemeia doesn't see anything, but Nemeia, you see, as they shake hands, it seems that Orkra actually gave a little bit of tiny piece of paper to Isaac.
Haha. Okay. Noted.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we don't know this.
For a moment, I thought it was going to be pressure on the middle finger, and I was going to swear at because that would be something. But it isn't, and we can move on.
That's also what I expected.
Well, actually, it has been quite some time since you've heard about Centurion.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
Exactly.
you've been in a forest, and then you've been in the Underdark. So, like, you kind of were a bit off civilization. So, you know.
Yeah, I think this is the quiet before the storm.
And we were on a ship.
Why are you suspicious of me?
No reason. No reason at all.
Okay.
Why did you say that out loud?
No.
Oh.
Okay. So we should head to the teleportation circle then.
So you head to the teleportation
Let's go.
circle, and like Isaac, you don't even need to cast anything. Like as you jump into the circle, it automatically triggers, and like you vanishes. Everyone just like vanishes. And all of you appear, not really next to each other, but like and like you can see each other like 2 meters apart. Like as you are in a big marketplace, it's a big crowd, and you're like in the crowd. People don't really recognize it since like there's so much going on right now that it's just like you bump into each other and they're like, hey, watch it, you know. And as you look around, like you can find each other really quickly, but for beginning you think you're like lost here. And what is immediately comes to your eyes that you don't really see the sun here. As you look up, there's like these big trees that just reach over the whole city. The whole city is kind of like it's not really a twilight. It's like but it has like this it's a bit of twilight, but a very bright twilight, let's say like this, where the leaves of this leaf rooftop like just give it a little bit of green color as well. All the buildings around you are they're ranging from very small ones to very big ones, like at least 10 stocks or something, but all of them share one thing. It seems like the architecture are trees. And like in the streets, like you sometimes you see white marmor, as if like marmor and trees coexist and kind of like form this living shapes, which seems to be those buildings in this city. You feel like in a forest, but at the same time you feel like in a big city. It's way cleaner than Waterdeep. It's like with a word you would describe it as beautiful.
And you can see it in Nemeia's face as well. Like, as she turns to you all, she has a massive grin on her face, and she just says, "Welcome home."
Same. I'm smiling.
Looks like a city where there's not a lot of work. Let's make this quick.
What you also see is that the crowds here are very diverse. Like, where in Waterdeep mostly humans are around. Here you see, actually humans are not the most of the people. You see elves, half-elves, even orcs, half-orcs. There's a lot of people. The only people that are not as often as seen are tieflings.
As long as there's no drows.
You don't see one right now in the marketplace. There's also like a lot of stuff going on currently in the marketplace. Like, you know, like you have the typical like people like trying to promote their wares and yeah. What do you want to do?
So from here, I can find my way back to the house.
You can definitely. So you want to go
Yeah.
straight to your home?
If that's okay with everyone else, that is what I would like to do.
What do you know? You're
Sure.
currently on the north bank. Like the city's kind of like split into two halves. There are like the north and the south banks. At north in the south bank, in the middle there's the River Raubin. What you both know, Isaac and Nemeia, is like that this big Moon Bridge is in between, which is a site on its own. But like you, Nemeia, actually live on the North Bank, and you, like the big market is also in the North Bank. So it's just a matter of going a bit north, going through the big streets, and then like taking one of the side streets until you reach one of your one of the trees there, actually one of the living trees, and you recognize your old home. It still looks exactly the same as.
Sorry to interrupt. If I remember correctly, way back in the beginning of this adventure, when we were talking to the Cloud Giant, and he was using his crystal ball, and I took my pendant off the first time. The last time I saw this house was in there, right? And it was boarded up.
It was boarded up? What does that mean?
I feel like the entrance was not just locked up, but actually like there was a plank of wood stopping you from getting in or something.
No, like whatever you saw there is like how it looks right now is that the entrance where you look at it, like other doors are just like doors there. Like the door where you're looking at is not really a door. It seems like more that there is the trunk of the tree, and it seems like there is just the border of the door. It doesn't really seem like there is a door at all. It's just like wood all over.
Mm.
So as you move towards it, you see like you move towards it, like with your living armor, suddenly a little keyhole just like grows out of the wood.
Mm-hmm. I take the key then, and I use it to unlock the door.
And as you unlock the door, you see as the frame door kind of grows into the frame, and you hear a click, and you can actually open it. And in between everything as it used to be, there is everything in order. It doesn't seem like it's just a bit of like a little dust, like not much, but just like, you know, like the dust when you're just like 2 weeks in like on vacation and you come back, and everything looks still very clean. But if you go to the glass table, you can and you see it. That's the only thing you see. Everything other than that, everything looks. Make an investigation check to see what else you spot in your home.
I think it's important to note, like, while they're entering, Nemeia is basically like seeing in front of her eyes the last time she was actually here. Like she's just remembering the guy that she thought was her father dragging her away from the house. With Callista kind of just standing there not doing anything. 4.
24.
Yes,
24.
Nemeia.
That's pretty good. So the image, like since it was so shocking to you, like it burned itself into your head, you haven't forgotten a single thing about this day. And as you look now into it, like there are some notable changes since that day. The first and like the biggest thing is like the furniture, of course, looks different. Like it seems like the purpose of this house has changed entirely. Where before this was a living room for a family, this doesn't look like a living room anymore. It looks more like an office, and not even that. Like it also the purpose seems to have shifted from living in a family to single room with, you know, quick access to stuff. You see that there is still like there's a bow and like just leaning on the wall there. You see some rings and some amulets just like on the table over you, as if someone like with this big magnifier next to it. It seems like someone was researching or like doing stuff here. It doesn't look like it doesn't really look as comfy anymore as it used to be. There's no curtains anymore. It also seems to be quite functional.
What is the research about?
As you look into what like the papers and everything that's lying there, you see there are some notes about different locations, about different cities, and some of them already crossed out. You see a list of people. You actually, interestingly, see also some invoices and stuff. Like one, as you go through the invoices, you see actually the name Silarius appear in there, and the sum like is actually quite high. Like it's crazy like how much the family of the Sparrowhawks actually paid for her. There's some notes about the cult, like there's some names on it. Yeah.
Those places, where are the ones that are crossed out?
I can actually. The places that are crossed out. You see Baldur's Gate in there. You see Neverwinter in there. You see how's it called? Evermore in that. You see Mirabah on that. And Gauntlet Grim on that.
Okay. Not ones I recognize then.
Well, you've heard about Neverwinter. You've heard about Baldur's Gate, but you haven't been there per se.
Yeah. Are places like Golden Fields?
It's not even mentioned, Golden Fields. Like, it's not even
mentioned. Is there any indication at all of where she might be?
There's like as at least what you can like because you roll such a high check. What you don't get something from what is there, but you actually get more information of what is not there. And as you look around, like go through the wardrobe and everything, it seems that she didn't leave in a hurry. It seems like she left prepared. There's careful spots like missing in her equipment wardrobe, for example. Like there are like the last sword, for example. Then there is something missing, and then like a small wand or something. So it seems that she had a lot of different equipment, and she carefully selected whatever she wanted to before she left.
Mm-hmm. So she was preparing for danger.
That you can say for
wherever
sure.
She is going. Okay. Is it a multi-story?
What?
Is it a multi-story building, or is there just
There are
one
two,
floor?
like you remember, like two floors, like the bottom one, which is kind of like a big living area, and then upstairs, where there have been like a bathroom, so to say, where actually your room was, and where the living, like the bedroom of your mother and your father were.
I am going to check those as well.
Okay. Well, the bathroom and the bed, like actually the bedroom from your mother shocks you a bit because, like it's very like you remember a very tidy, clean bedroom. This is again like it seems like no one cared anymore about like how it looks here. So everything is just like lying everywhere and like just as it seems like she didn't care to make her bed. And as you go in your room, it flashes because everything is still as it has been. Like it seems like there's nothing has been moved. It's just all as it was.
That hits hard. I think anyone watching Nemeia sees her freeze up at that. But she doesn't really say anything. She closes the door.
Since you also rolled a really high investigation check, you remember something. Remember that there was one place in your room where you hid stuff.
Okay, well. It's a long shot, but I'll try it.
As you go there and you like go under your bed and you pry open the loose floor panel, all the letters you've sent over the years until you just stopped because there was no return anymore are piled up under this plank. And above those, all red by the way, above those, there's a letter you haven't seen before, like curled up and with a little like ribbon on there. like on top of it.
Oh no. I open it.
While I'm going to give you the letter, let me quickly go to the world map so I can safely distribute it without anyone showing what's going on. As you open it, like a little ring falls down from the letter. It's a silver ring, and it has some runes on it.
Do I recognize any of them, perchance?
No, it's just like it seems like some magic runes. So
Okay.
that is the wrong scene. There we go. Okay. So Nemeia has like for all of you, while Nemeia like currently like inspecting the ladder, like golden ring fell down to the floor. You see in like what seems to be Nemeia's room when she was young. What are you guys doing?
Well, no, all this time, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to ruin her moment there. But I was going to say the moment we enter, I want to make like a perception check if I see anything that's worthwhile stealing at
That's
all.
an investigation check.
I want to keep an eye on Sin.
Okay, you can do that, both of you.
Investigation.
Thanks, Arfeldi, by the way. So, where's the roll? Wait, what's happening? Something's happening.
Bye.
Okay, I just left the call. That's cool. Okay, so 24. Okay. Okay. You actually see some stuff. There's actually something that looks really valuable to you, more actually than less. There seems to be some rings lying on the desk, some amulets of definitely look magical, at least from what you probably guess. In the floorway, you see that there are various weapons actually on little racks. There's a sword, there's a band, there's a staff actually there. The wardrobe actually features different types of robes. You don't know what's method of those, but since like she was a wizard, potentially.
I will cast detect magic.
Okay, so is it action, right?
I think it's an action, but I can also do it as a ritual. But I'll just do it as an action.
As you cast a spell, you see that a lot of stuff is glowing in this room, and everything I just mentioned is magical.
Do I notice and looking at all of this also because I know him for a long time and know his antics?
You can actually make you can make a perception check as well with advantage.
I am going to point out everything that's magical in the room and say it out loud.
I rolled 14.
Okay.
You're a monster.
So yes or no?
Well, right now he's just looking around like you guys do. There's no special fire in his eyes.
But knowing him, he looks suspicious.
Well, if you say so.
Well,
but I'm just gonna leave him be.
How exactly did the group split up? Because you said earlier, or Nemeia said this, like whoever's watching Nemeia while she's going upstairs, assuming there's people that follow her upstairs. But I would explicitly make a point of staying downstairs when she goes upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment she walks upstairs, I would want to cast Detect Good and Evil because I can feel her. I remember that I always feel her as evil. So that if I can detect her, I know where she is at all times.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can do that.
You're a monster, Sin.
Okay, and
wrong family.
everyone down there just because I'm here. Come on, who goes up?
I didn't go up either.
Yeah, if you were to try to go up, I would hold you by your wrist and by
Me?
your how do you call it? By your armor skirt? I don't know. What are you wearing?
Armor
Full
plate.
plate armor?
Yeah, I don't know. Are you running around with this whole thing? I would hold you by the
I have a scarf too.
your sword. I don't know, like a scarf. Yeah, the other scarf. I would just hold you if you were to go upstairs.
Yeah, I'm not going upstairs.
That never happens. What about the rest? Because that is where I base my actions.
I still have to take magic, but as far as I know, you guys don't know that I have done that. Oh, I pointed it out, but actually, yes.
Said out loud what every magical item is.
Yeah, true, sorry. And this lasts for 10 minutes, but you don't know that.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. What about Ellerin?
Eller is just walking around, looking at things, not really touching anything, but not following Nemeia either, like inside of the childhood room, because he doesn't want to, he wouldn't want to disturb her in that moment. He's just walking around the house.
I'm going to look at Sin the entire time
Come on.
and just wait until something that is not on his person glows.
God damn it. But shouldn't he also see magical items on me already? Because I have a bunch of them.
Course.
Yeah.
So would he be able to teleport? I mean, I
Yes.
don't even know that. See, my character doesn't understand that though. I think. Or do you keep pointing at me, saying out loud the items I'm carrying? Are you doing that?
No, I'm putting out the other things.
Okay, so I'm fine. No one's pointing at me. Others,
Yeah,
can I have a word with you?
sure.
A private word, I say as I look at the others.
This reminds
And then
me
I wanna-
of... Yeah.
Carry pull a bit to the side.
By the way, when I finish this, I go rushing back downstairs again.
Yo,
But this is the start of before you go.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
just
this
as-
is right the beginning. That's what I wanted to say. Like, first thing Sin does is all of this. And then I want to turn to Alaris and say, Alaris, listen.
I'm
I
listening.
know things haven't been easy between us the last couple of days. But I think this could be the start of a beautiful turnaround in our friendship here.
So, just get to the
Alaris,
point.
shh. Alaris,
Yes.
I trust you.
Really?
I trust you with all my heart. And here's what I'm thinking.
Oh, here we go again.
Nemeia is gonna kill me if she finds anything on me that looks like it belonged to her mother. But she would never dare to search you. Which means that we'll have to get as
But if she
much...
finds...
Shh! Alaris, you're a pirate. You're supposed to be braver than that. You know she's gonna leave you alone. We're gonna find... I've seen some amulets. I've seen some rings. Magical of nature. We'll put that into your pocket. I'll give you my bag of holding, actually.
I mean, that's a good point, but...
And
Why-
shh, Alaris. And the best part is, you are the one who's in charge of this stuff. If you feel like I'm gonna rip you off with anything, you have all the loot. You have everything, and honestly, you can keep 3/4 to make up for the shit I pulled with your mailing friend. Okay?
You know, if
We
she
have-
finds out that something's gone, she's gonna search me. But then
doesn't
she will search me because she knows
No.
I'm friends with you.
But there's nothing that she will recognize you, or that she will... And like, what if her mom took it with her when she left? Alaris, she can't know what's around.
Isaac and Elwin, you see, they both in the corner, whispering to each other, and Sin is moving his hands and.
Okay, but if she finds these things on me, I'm not gonna go down by myself.
Of course not. Of course not. And I already have a plan.
What's the plan?
See, I'm not sure we can trust Ellerin and Isaac with this. Especially Isaac. pointing.
you want to
at
bring
things.
Solarius into this?
I didn't even think of that. Oh no. So here's the thing. If we can't distract them, what I could do is at least to get the magical rings and amulets. We'll move to where they are. You get ready to grab them.
I'm
And
not
I'll
good at that shit.
You don't need to, because I'll cast darkness and no one can
Oh.
see you. And
Okay.
once the items are in the bag of holding, I don't think even Isaac could find them.
Foolproof plans.
Is that true?
Oh, you tell me.
One big four.
How am I gonna see in the darkness?
You don't need to.
I'm blind as a bat.
You'll just have to memorize where the items are in front of you. You'll stand right in front of them. Let's start right now. Let's move towards.
Okay. If you
How
cast
many rings
darkness,
and amulets are there?
I would say there are like 2 amulets and 3 rings. And it's amazing me how much you actually risk for a simple heist, but okay.
Actually, Alaris, I've got a much better idea.
what is your idea?
You gotta trust me on this, though, right?
What
Do you
is it,
trust
son?
me? You'll see.
Yes, but okay. What is it?
You'll see. You'll trust me, right?
Yeah.
So first, I want to slide of hand her my bag of holding so that she has it.
Alvin,
I
what
think
do you
it's time
think?
first.
Can I do that, or are the others really like? Because Isaac says he's looking at me all the time.
Yeah.
Are you still doing that, Isaac?
I mean, yeah, I'm looking at you.
All right. I wouldn't have minded if you had looked away, but sure. So, Greenbricker, can I do like a sleight of hand and try to give Alaris the bag of holding
Sure.
without him seeing?
Of course.
I want to see if I see
Yeah,
this.
sure. Like it's as simple as a perception versus sleight of hand check.
Nah, that's a luck point. I'm doing that again.
Oh, can you do that on a critical failure?
Well, Isaac can, yeah, sure.
Even on a
That's what
critical,
luck is
okay.
for.
Oh, you better beat.
So yeah, luck is cool. It's a good feat. Like you should maybe get it yourself. Well, he sees
So
it.
he
yeah.
sees it.
I'll just go we smash.
All right, so he sees it, but I don't see that he sees it, right? Unless he says something.
Oh,
Are you
don't
gonna
go
say
mad on
something,
me.
Isaac?
As you look towards Isaac, you see him staring at you. So
I do it
I
anyway.
said-
I do it anyway. I say out loud, "Fine, Alaris, have your goddamn bag of holding. It's not like I don't owe you enough already." And then I whisper towards her, "Push me,"
And I push him.
and I push her back. Push me again.
I push him even harder.
And I try to grab her and move her just like into the direction of where the rings and all the things are.
Alois, are you playing with this? Because if not,
Yes,
he can.
I'm playing with him.
Okay.
Are you guys okay?
Sin and Alois, make a performance check for me.
Do we get advantage?
No, but you get the average.
Okay.
Ugh, I try to do it in Twitch.
Oh my god. Eh.
Well, that's very average.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I would say it gets up to like 13 or 14 maybe even because like it's a good idea. So you get a bit of bonus for that. So yeah. Okay, Alaris, you slam into the table. Nemeia, as you're reading the
Well-
letter, you hear like downstairs like shouting it and it rumps.
Is this?
I grab the letter, I grab the ring, and I
Oh no.
head back downstairs again.
So
Um,
I would say,
Quickly as I can.
Alaris,
Well-
Sin, you have probably like 2 actions until Nemeia is there, like two rounds.
Okay.
Can I first
Okay.
ask? Can I first ask? Is this the table where all the stuff is that he pushed me to?
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, that was my
Okay,
intention. That's
okay,
why I wanted
okay.
to push her towards.
Okay, just want to make sure.
No, I'm trying to. 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 I'm trying So right now she's in front of me.
Mhm.
Table is behind her.
Mhm.
I'm trying to like spin her around and pretend as if I'm trying to slam her onto the table with face first.
Okay.
Obviously, she'll have to play along to make me do that.
It makes so
Take a-
convincing against a Dragonborn, but okay.
Yes, but I'm very angry.
Okay.
And as you are like that, and everything is right in front of you, I
quickly-
cast darkness.
Okay. Nemeia,
Would I know that he's going to cast darkness?
You can make an Arcana check indeed. Actually, that's like, yeah, you can do that.
Hold on. I just need to see what's my Arcana. Oh, brilliant.
You've read all about this stuff. Yeah, you know and you actually know that this is darkness,
Cool.
which is interesting. That like a person like Sin, you know, is it a tiefling thing?
I'm thinking that's weird, so
Yeah,
I'm going
it's
to cast
tiefling
counter.
It's Infernal Legacy. Yeah.
So you know that tieflings can do that, or like some of them.
I'm gonna counter spell.
Okay.
Why are you fighting our fight?
It's an automatic succeed. Sin, as you're trying to cast darkness, Isaac immediately reacts and just counterspells you.
You shouldn't have done that. So counter spell just means it doesn't happen, right?
No, it's
You wait.
so you have
wasted
one more
slot.
action, Sin, or one more combat turn, Sin say.
So Anaris also has an action, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So basically though, Anaris could now, even without the darkness,
Yeah.
grab the amulets and things, because I'm literally standing covering her.
Yeah, and I'm just sliding it into
Okay, make a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Can I make a perception check to see
Why must I have
of
the
course you
crappiest
can
roll?
make a perception check.
Roll.
these glowing objects?
So advantage, right? +2.
You can do it again.
Jessica,
Ah!
Yeah, can
Don't
Can't you help me?
Tess, you can do one.
can
more.
I?
No, she already.
Oh, you
she
know what
already
I
has
can do?
advantage. She just needs to roll a second time.
I did.
Oh, wait, you did? Oh, it's a 3 and a 7. Cool stuff. Isaac, you see, like, you basically see it. Like, you see how Alice clumsy is like, whoop, like, searches for the items and then, like, pulls it into the bag of holding. In addition,
It's
the auras for
Yes.
magic items, you see those, then they moved, and then they disappear. Sorry, Crozier, what do you want to say?
what about Ellerin and all this?
I don't know.
Does she just stand?
I have no what she does.
I think Ellery's like next to Isaac, just looking at Alaris and Sin, finding he's like, what are they doing?
But
What's
Ellerin
going
didn't
on?
try to see the sleight of hand.
No.
I whispered to Ella, and I'm like, they're stealing a bunch of Nemeia's shit, but I'm not saying anything until later.
Good plan. Good plan, my friend.
I wish
Okay,
Laura.
Sin, you have one more action as Alaris like puts everything into the bag.
Can I tell that it was Isaac who kept my darkness from happening?
That's a good question actually. I have no idea. I think so, yes, because how Isaac casts typically is by actually doing motions and like actually saying something. So you're not sure if Isaac counterspelled you, but you have seen him counterspell. You know how it looks, and he just did something like that again. So you have a high intelligence. It's probably not hard for you to figure out, even though you can't prove it per se. But he casted something, and it looks like what he did before.
When I cast a second level spell, it takes up 2 slots, right?
Yeah. What? No, it's just one level 2 slot.
Once.
And I think the infernal, darkness.
Okay,
you
wait,
don't need
maybe.
to.
And
Darkness is from a legacy. You can just cast it. It's once per long rest.
anytime.
Once per long rest. Doesn't take up a spell slot.
I'm trying to read it up. Oh yeah, it says that. Yeah. That's true. So that doesn't take up a slot. That's true. So I still have 2 spell slots actually.
Yeah. But you kind of need to actually get second level spells, as I see it. Why don't you have second level spells actually?
Maybe it.
Is it a cleric
no,
thing?
it's more okay. You actually
I'm only level 2 cleric, so maybe that's why.
yeah. It's true. Yeah. Mhm.
Because you need to be level 3.
Yes. Okay.
Right.
Never mind. Sure.
Yeah.
One more action scene.
Isaac got action, right?
No, you just pulled everything into the back.
Can I whisper something to him while?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that while you put stuff into the bag.
Yeah, I whisper to him and say, if any of them spot us, we can just say that I wanted to get something out of the bag of holding. That's why we were fighting, and then
stop.
this
This
thing
is
just
enough.
slipped in.
No one.
All right. So I turn around to Isaac. And I'm fucking pissed. And I cast Dissonant Whispers against him.
Oh god, this turned evil so hard. Oh my god, what are you guys doing? I really want to break up the group here. Isaac, make a
What was
wisdom
it?
saving throw. Except you want to
Wisdom
counterspell that
saving.
as well.
This reminds
Mm,
me of
I'll save.
Solarius' mansion.
Yeah.
This could have been so much easier. guys.
Yeah.
If
Yes.
I had just
Sin.
rolled higher.
It could have been so much easier if you just not tried.
I got a 23.
Yeah, you succeed the saving throw, which does that mean? Oh well. You take... Yeah, okay, you can roll damage then. But nothing else happened, it's just... So, Isaac, you feel a little pain in your head, like as if something like touched your mind for a second, but you just shake it off right away. It's 3d6, I think.
Is it halved?
Yes. So take
Okay.
5 points of damage.
Oh. Alright.
Okay, Nemeia, you enter the ground level.
I immediately look to see whether there's any new circles of dust lying around that weren't there before.
Well, I mean, the table is basically like Alaris kind of is lying on the table. It seems like it
Yeah.
broke a bit, even like as she's like with her blade armor full.
Yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
shout at Isaac. Why are you taking her side? None of you have even started to pay me back my money. All you want is to take from me. I'm done with you. And I storm out of the room.
He runs straight into me. I throw him out of the house with one hand.
And I try to resist that.
Yeah, you both make an athletics check.
Oh boy.
Can it be acrobatics?
Yeah, it
Kinda
can be
like-
acrobatics actually. As a defendant, you can use acrobatics as well. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
No, Nemeia.
Yeah, but he rolls a good though, you know. So okay, so like Nemeia makes a grab, and you kind of like duck beneath her and just rush out of the house.
Well, then I turn around. Do I see the bag of holding?
I mean, the Alaris has it, but
I don't have it.
it's-
I stored it away.
But at this point, there shouldn't be anything suggesting that Alaris helped. I don't think.
I mean, it's just like
now I'm out of the room now. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No.
I ask what does she. I ask what did he do?
What?
What did he do? What did he take?
He was getting angry with me about the money that we didn't give him for the, I think it was the hammer he bought. The hammer? Sin? Was it the hammer?
I can't tell you, but as a player, I can tell you that I bought a hammer and two.
I mean, as a player, I should know too. Yeah.
For Isaac.
And that
For
we didn't pay him
1,000
back.
gold exactly.
Yeah, he was getting angry that we didn't pay him back after the fight. So and then I was getting angry at him about the whole mailing thing. So we wanted to try and split the money equally somehow. But then I tried to take the bag of holding from him, and then we were fighting over that.
I
And
don't
throwing each other.
believe a word of this.
I don't know. You can make a deception check with advantage though, because that was hell of a good story. Like that was very. That could have been easily true. So Nemeia, you make an insight check.
This is like the worst thing I should roll.
Do I not get an advantage because of their terrible track record?
You see, this is the
What
worst
the
thing.
hell?
I'm rolling like shit.
The best laid plans. Come on.
Nemeia, it is a lie.
I grab the bag of holding immediately, or I try to at least.
You gotta fight this.
Okay, you
You
grab
strong
it.
dragonborn. Come on.
I try to grab it back. You're not gonna take my money.
Wow. This went off so hard. Okay. So you're fighting over the bag now?
Yeah.
I didn't take anything.
Cool. Athletics check, both of you, and just see who's strongest, I guess.
I think this should be like equally. Please, come on, Elarus, please. I've been rolling like shit this whole day, please.
You can beat an 11.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay. So you both... Wait.
I want to see if I got anything for this.
Oh god, guys.
Second winded up or something. I don't know.
Guys.
Second wind is HP.
Stop trying to rob your
Why
team
do
members.
they even write stories for you? It doesn't matter. Like, I just put you in a room and, like, stuff happens.
God damn it.
Nemeia, you got it.
I empty it onto the floor.
Okay.
What? The bag of holding?
Yep.
I have no
Yeah.
idea
Oh,
what's
that's
in
everything.
there. I think it's
No,
the
the thing
hammer.
is, yeah.
the...
There's the hammer, there's all the scrolls, and I think it's literally like
All the
How much
chips,
money?
all the gold.
all. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of hard to tell how much of my money was in there. Because I have 20 platinum, 1,181 gold, and 37 copper.
Wow.
There's gemstones that I had before. Oh wait, I think those
No,
are
you
You
sold
sold
actually.
those. You
I
sold.
sold them. Yeah, no, it's quantity 0 actually. Yeah,
How did you
that's
get the
correct, yeah.
platinum? I forgot.
That was from last time. My share of the
Of the drunk thing, the drunk
the
fight.
drunken brawl.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I think like around 1,000 should be like in the bag, I guess.
Yeah.
So the
So nice,
1,000
1,000 gold.
1,000 gold pieces pile up. You see the amulets from the desk. You see the hammer, like the big hammer, just like rumps and like makes this dent into the floor. Like there's like little circular, like dent now in the floor where the hammer kind of like just immediately
Okay.
lies there.
Okay, I say to Nemeia, that must have fallen in while we were fighting, and I was holding the bag of holding.
I point to everything. I say, take everything that did not originate from this house.
But
I don't
how
know
would
what
Nemeia
originated
know?
from
Yeah,
I
how
don't
would
know.
you know?
No,
I don't know.
you leave the amulets. You leave the rings because they belong on that table. You take everything else, except the hammer, obviously, because we can't lift this. Is there a fireplace in this house?
Yeah, it is.
Then I throw the bag of holding in the fireplace and light it.
I try to grab that from her.
I would allow a dexterity check from you, Alaris.
Dexterity.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I was so close, by the way, of like ripping the bag of holding like in two when you were like fighting over it, but you roll so low, I just couldn't do it. So, no matter.
Doesn't that create the space-time
Yes, it
I rolled
does.
21.
problem?
It actually does. So yeah, Nemeia, if you like, she grabs it while you were wanted to
We
throw it.
can't get rid of this if we want to carry this hammer.
Screw the
All the
hammer.
other things.
Screw the hammer. Screw everything that Sin has been manipulating you into doing since day one, Alaris. This is ridiculous. He is literally stealing from all of us one at a time. It's ridiculous
I just
and
didn't
it's
say
not
anything.
right to do. Why do you let him do this to you? What power does he possibly have over you?
I just keep quiet because I don't want to tell them my story with how Sid and I are. Because
I grab the amulets and and the rings and I put them back where they were. I throw the money at Ellerin and Isaac.
Isaac is like standing there like, okay.
Yep.
Like,
This is awkward.
Ellerin,
I'm
you do
happy.
it? You do it?
I am happy to leave the hammer on the floor,
Okay.
and then I tell everyone to get out.
I think we need the hammer.
We do need the hammer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go towards it and just put my hand up.
Help me.
Look at everyone else.
I don't care. Take the hammer if you want to try and lift the hammer. I don't care. Just get the fuck out of my house.
Isaac, nothing moves as you lift the hammer. I try.
I help.
Yeah,
Ellerin, you need to
still
help.
nothing.
Yeah,
Alaris,
I'll help
Isaac.
too.
As soon as Ellerin joins in, you are able to lift it, but it's more a lifting, not a carrying. So like you both feel like, "Hurt," and like all three like, "Oh," get it slowly out of the door. You have no idea how you will be able to get the hammer through Silvermoon. Like this is
It's like a holding.
Yeah, the bag of holding.
Are we putting it in the bag of holding?
Yeah.
Okay, so like
Yeah.
Alaris kind of like, and the hammer vanishes, and everything's fine.
I'll scoop whatever money's
Mhm.
on the ground.
Okay.
I just put it back in.
Yeah, just
No, keep the money. Screw Sin. Keep
I
the
take
money.
10 platinum.
No, wait. Like, oh,
Or whatever
that's
it-
fine. Yeah, it's like 100 gold still. It's not 10 platinum. You
I'll
can,
take
of
that.
1,000 gold pieces, you can take 100 gold pieces.
I just don't take any of that. I put it back in the whatever I can into the bag of holding.
Okay. Ellerin, anything you want to do?
I think he's just kind of confused right now and just walking out the door.
Okay. Sin, what are you doing outside?
Casually.
actually?
Well, I was
Casually.
obviously, as I walked outside, I was just turning around the corner, pressing my back against, like, right next to the door, like, eavesdropping in what was happening.
Okay, at some point you see Ellerin leaving.
I also go out, yeah.
Same.
Okay.
Nice one, Sin. As I see him when I walk outside. Good one. You really pissed her off.
So first of all, I get my money back. Every single penny right now.
It's not on me. It's right there on the floor, I suppose.
Oh, you didn't even
I-
get it?
I-
I picked it up. I put it in
I
the
suppose
bag.
Alaris might get that covered for you, like she usually covers things for you.
Alaris,
Hello. Yeah, I tried.
you tried.
I am
You
just...
realized Nemeia was playing you when she pretended she knew what amulets were from this place and which weren't. You could have just put half of them back. It's not like I never had any other amulets with me.
Well, I didn't know. She was pissed. She wanted to throw the bag of holding away into the fire, so I grabbed it back from her.
How did you become a pirate? God damn it.
Those were in my younger days. I am old now.
So let me count the money.
I've been out of that for like years.
Are you gonna give me back the bag of holding?
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah,
And we put the
I'm
hammer
counting,
back in.
I'm counting.
Did I see Isaac take the money?
Oh yeah, what was up with that, Isaac, huh?
Wait, what did you say?
None of this would have had any complications if it wasn't for your nonsense. Do you realize that? You know what? I respect your abilities. Counterspelling my darkness, nice. But why?
I realize that you have a problem, Sin.
Yeah, you led to me having problems right here. Nemeia wants to tear me in half. Her words, not mine.
I wonder why, Sin. I wonder why.
I don't know. Her mom clearly isn't here. She won't miss one amulet or two. In fact, I'm sure if she would have been here, she would have been like, "It's dangerous out there. Take this."
It's dangerous to go alone.
Yeah.
I'm going to look Sin in the eyes, and I'm going to use Hypnotic Gaze.
Okay. Wow. It's going crazy today. Sure.
You need to save on a Wisdom saving throw. 16.
Oh, what is this actually? Let me see. There we go. Okay.
Today's rolls are just so bad.
I know, right?
Well, that is not a success.
Your speed is 0, you are incapacitated and visibly dazed, and you are charmed by me. And I can maintain this on subsequent turns.
Yeah, but
I
Do I,
have
do I,
I'd like to point out.
how many? Can I do this? Do the saving throw again and again? Or
so as far
is
as
it-
I see, you haven't an option. I think the only way to break this is that you break line of sight. Or someone else breaks it, but no one knows that.
If I move out of 5 feet, or if I stop it.
And that, yes.
So I'm going
just
to
like
stay.
looking at his.
You
eyes
basically
at the
like
time.
you just look in his eyes, like as they are like the pits of the ocean. You're like straight focused on his eyes.
I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say, Sin. And I hold the 100 gold that I took from him and I'll say, I'm going to give this back to you, but you need to stop stealing from everyone. I will know. And especially if you try to steal from me, I know everything that from the past month, and I write everything meticulously. If you try to steal from someone, this won't end well. And I put the 100 gold in his
I see
hand.
this, right?
Huh?
I
Yeah,
see
you can-
this, right?
Well, both of
his
you,
day.
like this. Obviously, there's something going on. Like Sin is like stopped
Yeah.
immediately, like looking in his
Yeah,
eye, like
I-
this.
Can I still speak?
I find this
No,
like
you're
really
just gone.
weird.
You're dazed. You're like
Okay.
foggy. And you're
Okay.
I find this really weird, and because Sen would never listen to anyone giving him a speech like this, and I want to like stand in front of Isaac between the two, and just hopefully that like catches his days
so
away.
Sin. You get like the money in your hand, and suddenly Alaris like just moves in your view, and everything is back. Like you pop back into the world. But you have list like everything you like just happened. You know it's just like you suddenly you're you again.
So I grab the money, obviously, and say, "Well, where's the rest?
I gave you what I gave.
Where's the rest of it?" No, I want to know.
Rest of what? I gave you what I took.
Then I want the scrolls back.
Well, I'm going to repay you. Just not right now.
So you're saying you have the money to repay me right now, but you choose
Oh
not
my
to.
god! Ah!
Did you hear anything I said?
Oh, you mean stealing from one of us after you have all stolen from me?
Did I
Is
steal
that
from
it?
you? I stole now, but I never stole from you in the past.
You stole from me by not paying me back when you had the money.
Define stealing.
Not paying back the money you had that you owed me when you had the money when I asked you to give it back to me.
Okay.
That's
sure.
my new definition of stealing. Come on, you get the point. It's a shitty thing to do. And it justifies me stealing from those that don't pay me back, including the mayor.
Have I managed, my intention was, by the way, when everyone had left, to make sure everything was where it was supposed to be, and leave behind them, and lock the door.
Oh yeah, you can do it. Like at this point, you see them arguing. Like it's probably you're probably not too far behind.
Yeah. I mean, in my mind, I was doing that at a pace enough to at least even see Isaac put Sin in the gaze.
I think you see the last bits. Yeah.
Okay, well then Nemeia is actually straight towards Sin. Like, with
God.
a blind and absolute fury in her eyes.
Are you raging?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
As you rage again, you take on this fiendish contours as the wings sprout from your back. As like your hand evolves into this little claws, you get like this like a little fire aura around you, and like you take on a bit of like a bigger form as your horns grow.
Oh god.
Yeah. If no one does anything, I am just going to pile drive straight into Sin.
Hmm.
Sin.
Let me see. Hmm. I look at her and I point at her and I say, "Flee." Now you
Okay.
have to do a wisdom saving throw.
A what? Sorry.
Yeah,
It's
Wisdom.
a wisdom saving throw.
we're really fighting ourselves today. Yeah. Let me quickly check up on rage actually.
Yeah, she actually beats it.
Okay.
She had to beat a 14.
Yeah, okay, you beat it. What happens then? Nothing, right? Yeah, nothing, okay.
Nothing happens there.
Cool, nothing happens.
Well then, Sin is beaten to a pulp.
Is it, no?
Okay, so you're trying to go for unarmed attacks against him.
Yeah.
Okay, so just roll, I guess, 2 attacks as you go left, right, or something. Haymaker.
2 attacks.
Should you get the battle music on at this point? Oh, I guess
Well,
it hits.
That's 3 attacks now.
No, the 18 beforehand was the wisdom
It
saving
was the
throw.
wisdom.
Ah,
Oh, I
okay.
see.
So yeah, they both hit.
Yeah.
They both hit.
Crazy. Okay. How much is the damage? I think it's not that.
It's 4
Oh,
plus.
it's more. It's rage as well.
Hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 5,
12.
I can 12 melee
So
damage.
you get 12 unarmed damage, which is really hard. Like, this is harder than most people hit at this. And you get in your face. In your face.
Is it my turn again?
Yeah. Except, like, everyone always has an action between those guys. So, like, if you want to do something, you can do it. If no one of you says anything, it will be Sin, Nemeia, Sin, Nemeia.
I start laughing, and I use this guy's self to turn into her mother, whom I had seen.
Wait, you have seen her?
Yeah,
Wait.
I was also there.
Oh,
as
you
Martin.
were there. Yeah, you can
And
actually
I
turn
took-
into the younger self, which is actually the only one that Nemeia knows. Okay, you do that.
That's so dark. I love
And
it.
I laugh as I do that. I say, "Let it all out. Let all the anger out."
Oh, I need to change music here. This doesn't. That's like.
I mean, Nemeia will.
Okay. Are you actually, as in, are you actively opposing her, or are you just letting it happen?
I let it happen.
Then you just get your unarmed strikes through, like not even check, just roll damage.
It's like, can I count how many attacks I'm actually allowed to make?
Yeah, 2 per turn. Oh, actually, you can
Oh.
make 3. Never mind, it's free.
Yeah.
The bonus
I was
attack.
gonna say.
So.
So it's just if it goes straight through, then it's
Yeah, just roll for it.
18 damage.
Oh yeah, true.
It's on our
Yeah,
It's just-
right. You don't roll. 80 damage as she goes left, right, left. Sin.
All right.
18 or 18?
18.
18
Okay, I was about to say.
unarmed attacks are really low.
I mean, Sin. This is like you're starting to like this. Yeah, this wears you down.
I'm aware.
Yeah, at this point, like you see Sin.
Wait 1 second.
As a little bit blood runs from his nose.
So this is actually relevant here. When I leveled up, did I get back to max HP?
No, you just got the hit points that you got on top.
On my max HP or also on my current?
On both current and max.
Okay, I don't think it was added to my current.
Then
I
add
would
it to
still
your
have to
current.
do that. Yeah. Alright. So?
I mean, I guess it's your turn.
So the rest just literally stands there and lets it happen?
Yeah, seems like it.
I first want to see if Sin does anything.
I'm going to wait until it looks like Sin might pass out, or Nemeia might actually kill him. And I'm going to hold person at level 3.
Okay. So you already cast the spells and you just wait. You just like. Okay, Sin.
I'll wait.
So after her last hit, I guess no, that hasn't happened yet. Is there anything on her body that I could steal from her while she's hitting me? I could rip from her like a ring or amulet or something.
Nemeia, tell me. I don't
Is
know.
anything like
The amulet around my neck,
Oh yeah, sure.
for sure. Like the one that we've seen from the very beginning. It's in the profile picture. The ruby with the... It's broken now because of what happened.
The one she was quite protective of in the cloud giant's place.
That's the most obvious thing, because it's probably like dangling in front of your very bloodied eyes moment.
Yeah, I try to rip that away from
Can I
her.
make a sleight of hand check?
What's the counter to that?
I'm thinking right now.
I'm raging, so
Shouldn't she have like a bit of a lack of perception there because she's
No, she
just
actually has
blindly-
disadvantage on most of the social and other checks. I'm currently just thinking if you actually let it roll. I think at this point you just grab it, actually.
okay.
And I... What do I do with that even?
Could I have seen that?
I mean, you
We're
all of
watching
you
it.
just see it, I guess.
I will cast Hold Person at level 3
That's it?
at both of them.
Oh, you can do it
Sure,
with level
just
3.
on me because I'm
Yeah.
fighting back so hard, yeah.
That is nice. I didn't think you can extend it. Cool.
He's doing it on you and Nemeia.
Hold person. Where are you?
Wisdom saving throw on
There
the
you
Maya
are.
Ensign.
Yes, that's true. Against 16, right? No, 15. Against 15.
What's that? Sorry, wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw against 16.
15. Why 16?
I have 6.
No, it is 15.
I have 16 on mine.
Wait, wait, you leveled up, right? I haven't. It's-
Yeah.
Because it's just 15 on mine.
Ha!
Give me a second, I'm right there with you. Yeah, no, it's 16. Interesting, okay. Sin, you can still move while Nemeia... You sound like you feel a grip of magic just holding you in place.
As I notice that, I will try to like push myself from underneath her. I assume she was standing. Was I prone underneath her?
No.
What I imagined was
Yeah.
I was lying on the floor and she was hitting me. That's how I imagined.
Okay.
I would have been like mid punch.
Yeah. So I push myself out underneath from her.
She's paralyzed. And
Uh,
as we move away from her, I'm going to walk between the two of you.
all right.
I'm just going to stand there.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to keep you guys at arm distance. And then I'm going to drop Hold Person on the Maya.
Oh, why so soon? Hold that a little bit longer there.
Nemeia, are you finishing your attack?
Yeah, I mean I'm raging, so it kind of just follows through.
Isaac, you suddenly you get hit in the head by like the punch and Nemeia just falls through
Ow.
as you take 6 points of damage.
It's fine.
Heute Morning.
Are we done?
You are a disgusting, vile creature, Sin.
Look who's talking. What is
I
it?
look-
now?
What?
Wait, Sin, are you still holding the amulet?
What amulet?
I'm saying it as a player.
The player.
Yeah.
Put it in like behind my in my pocket.
Well, it's your choice, I guess. It's like
I'm just staring him down because I know he has it.
I don't know what happened to you, what someone did to you to make you like this, but It's not okay anymore.
So what got you so angry here? Let me get this straight. Is that I took something that doesn't belong to me, but that belongs to you by extension?
I mean,
Is that
as Sin talking, it's like you go back to your normal form.
Yeah, sure.
Is that what it is?
We've had this conversation.
I want to hear it very explicitly. What bothers you is that I abuse your trust and take something that is supposed to be not mine, but yours or your family's. That's what it is, right? That's what bothers you. That's what's so sick.
That you've done it so many times, and that you pull other people into your manipulations, Sin. What did Alaris do?
Alaris did nothing.
Yes, so why do you treat her the way you treat her?
Hold the thought for a second. Hold the thought for a second. Ellerin and Alaris, both of you make a perception check.
Oh.
You're the only ones who are not caught up in this right now. Okay, cool. Okay, both of you actually. That's pretty cool. Like both of you, as this thing is raging like on the side street, people have been passing by. There was a loud communication. Like people have been turning. Some people were like, as like this tiefling fiend thing just like started to hit on another tiefling right on the street. Some people were like, let's go. We're running away. Someone just kept us staring, and someone called for the guard. Is there anything you guys want to do?
Yeah, well, Ellerin runs over to the people. He's like, it's all right. Our friends are just having a little bit of an argument. It's fine.
Okay.
Look away. Continue your day.
Make a persuasion check for me. How you see if you can please down the crowd. Alaris, what do you
I'm helping her.
Okay, both of you. Like you try to please the crowd. Like, hey, come down. So Ellerin, you can make it. You get the persuasion with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need to roll, right? It's just
No, it's just her doing double check.
Okay.
Oh. Oops, sorry. How could you do it again? There was like
It's
shift
up.
and something.
Just up.
Oh,
Just
up. Thanks.
Okay. So you're doing. You think you're doing not a bad job actually. I just like calming them. Some of them are. What's happening? Like trying to get an explanation. You try to just talk to them. Some are still afraid, and some like we're still trying to get off as quick as possible. Meanwhile, Sin, you can continue.
Well, point being, Nemeia, you're not much better than me in this regard. So basically, you're telling me you're stealing from me, you and the rest of the group, and no one seems to bat an eye after giving me so many earfuls about how horrible it is what I'm doing. And then it seems to be the most devious, the most monstrous thing in the world for me to choose to take back what you wouldn't give me by yourself. Not even from you, but from someone else who will probably not even miss it. Is that what you're saying?
You can poison your own mouth with these words, and you might even believe them. And no one's going to change that. No one's going to take that away from you. But that doesn't mean that we have to take it anymore, Sin. So I'm going to put a choice in front of you now, and you can choose. I'll let you decide. Hell, everyone else here can have a say in things as well if they'd like. Walk away, and we never see you again, or I will. Because
You're trying to set me away now.
because Alaris can put up with it for her entire life if she really wants. The others can do as they damn well please. I'm not going to stand for it anymore. 'Cause we don't deserve it.
How about you give me the 200 gold you still owe me, and I will never steal from you or your family ever again. That's as easy as it is. I just don't like being stolen from. Ironic, I know.
Nemeia grins, looks at Alaris, says, "You can do better," and walks off.
She still has my money, though.
She'll
I'm
be
gonna-
back.
I'm going to walk
What?
away. I'm going to walk towards Ellerin. I'm going to say, would you like to come with me somewhere else?
Yes,
The group.
please.
And I'm going to make my way to the Vault of Sages.
Okay.
Well, I want to go back to my normal form because I don't want to be Nemeia's mom right now. That makes things just worse.
Okay. So let me recap. We have Isaac and Ellerin going off. Alaris, where are you going?
I'm with
You
Sin.
go with Sin and Nemeia.
Heading back towards the White Tower.
Oh,
See,
Not
Alaris,
not entirely sure how to get back in, but heading in that direction.
do you know why I know she'll be back?
Why?
And I hold back the amulet I took from her.
What
She's
he
not
does,
gonna leave without this one.
what he
What does she
doesn't
do?
see is Nemeia, as she's walking away, getting the new ring out of her pocket and slipping it onto her finger.
okay.
What does
Is
she
that
need
something
for
I
that?
missed as a player?
No, as a character. And it's a play, obviously.
There was a
something-
ring with a letter that I was given,
Okay. Yeah.
which
I thought for a second this meant you stole something from me.
No.
That would have been perfect.
Nemeia
What does she
not that
need?
good.
Well,
What does she need
Anyway.
the amulet for, anyways?
I don't know. She always seemed to care about this one a big deal. So, everyone else is gone. Am I right?
Well, it's you
Yep,
two right
it's
now.
just us two.
I look at Alaris. I look at Nemeia's house. I look at Alaris. Raise an eyebrow.
I knew he was gonna say this.
This is the point where Alaris really needs to make a stand. Otherwise, she's so deep, so knee deep into this.
Do you think? I mean, is she gonna come back to this house for anything? Is she gonna search it again?
She stormed off in a fashion that made me think that it might be a while until she comes back. But this whole thing must have been worth it, somehow, one way or the other.
Did the group just die?
No, when Solaris is back, everything will come together.
I think that's Solarius's arc for next episode. He's just gonna run around with duct tape trying to get the group back together.
I don't want to be scolded at again, so I'll just sit outside while you do your thing inside.
Do you want to share the pot, though? You do your part. I'll give you half of what I find inside.
I think after our argument last time about the money for the hammer thing, I think you can take everything.
I hope you'd say that. And I turn around.
It is
I
so
did-
crazy how. Never mind.
I did lock the door. Just as a mechanical thing, I did lock the door.
Okay. Sin,
How
how do you want to get
the
in?
door's locked. Well, I tried a lockpick.
Which lock?
I thought the
There
door
is
was
no
locked.
door. And there is no lock. It's just a frame.
So I stand in front of a frame.
Yeah, and there's a trunk of tree behind it, but there's no door.
God damn it. Alaris,
Oh god,
I
yes.
turn around, go back to. I changed
What
my
is it now?
mind. I changed
Okay.
my mind. It wasn't right to steal from her.
Are you gonna tell her that?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Well, if we get to see her again, maybe.
Ellerin and Isaac, what are you going to do, guys?
I'm taking Ellerin to the Vault of Sages.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Ellerin, like as you're walking southwards from the city, you're passing the market again. At some point, like the big road, you see a river, and what is way more magnificent than the river is like a bridge that seems to be like it's translucent, but it's made out of all colors from a rainbow. And like a rainbow, it spans from one side of the city over the big river to the other side of the city, which seems to be on the southern end. And you actually move towards this rainbow bridge, this moon bridge, as Isaac explains to you, and you actually can step on it. And there are a lot of people like getting wares from one side to another, and it's beautiful.
Okay. What is this place? This is amazing.
I believe this is the Moon Bridge.
Yeah.
The moon bridge. And what does the moon bridge do? Why is it here?
It's a very good question.
Isaac's like, let me read up on it. It's basically a bridge.
Yeah, it's a bridge.
Okay. Well, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm glad I got to see it.
It's the highlight of Silverymoon, but
Hmm.
it's not exactly where we're going. It's not why I brought you here entirely.
Okay. So, I guess let's keep on going then.
You go over the bridge, you go at some point like past into another side road, and there's like this big, it seems like kind of like a keep where there's an entrance with like knights in like this. Those are knights in shining armor. You haven't seen like such a clean armor ever. It's like their whole armor is made out of silver, and they have like lances and like a shield and standing in front of it and just watch you as you go into this kind of keep, so to say. What do you want to do, Isaac? What's your plan?
I'm going to go look for Sigash.
Okay. Let me quickly check. So I'm not going to give you any wrong information of where and if and what and so on. Okay, got it. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Silverymoon. Wait. I'm sorry, I had the wrong thing. Oh god, where did we put it? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Okay, yeah.
Cool.
So, wait, is it? You don't know where he is right now. Like so, the people in the beginning, as you ask for him, they're like, yeah, they have no idea where he is. But then someone comes up, and it is Lydia. And as she's approaching you, she's like, "Where have you been?"
Oh. The headmasters asked me to do something special.
Is that so? Well,
Yeah.
you look dirty, and like, who's that?
This is my associate Ellerin.
Well, she looks as dirty
Yes.
as you.
That's rude. Isaac, who is this?
This is Lydia. A joy in my life.
Should be back at work, as far as I remember.
Me.
Oh, what I'm standing here anyway. I have to do better things. Farewell.
Can you at least do me the favor of telling me where Sigash is?
He's at the vault.
In the vault?
Yes. He's accompanying some visitors. As it was your job, as I recall.
Well, I was relieved for a moment. But that's none of your business, so farewell. I'm just gonna walk off.
Okay.
I'm just
Okay.
like visibly rolling my eyes as I'm walking away.
I want to ask Isaac. Like, gee, what was her problem?
She's a headache in the vault. Just condescends to everyone.
Okay.
She doesn't like me or like pretty much anyone in my position. She thinks she's above everyone else.
Yeah, she seemed like it.
Yeah,
That was annoying.
try living here.
Hmm.
But and I whisper when I'm saying this. I'm like, but we're trying to find a way to get her to step down.
Huh. I see. Well, I wish you the best of luck with that.
Thank you. That's why I'm here. Anyways, you're gonna meet one of my friends. I think you might like him.
Nice.
As you
Cool.
move to the vault, they nod at you since they remember you, and you have like a visitor as typically, so they just both let you in. As you know, it's common that in the vault, like it's only one member of the vault, one visitor, and so you guide Ellerin through the libraries of the first level. Sigash is nowhere to be seen, so you go towards to the stairs of the second level, go down. And two guards, as always, are waiting there, looking at you. They want your papers, who again like show kind of like your authorization of they look at each other, control it. Everything is in order. They nod at you, nod at Ellerin, and let you pass as you go down to the second level of the Wall of Sages. Ellerin, in here it's visibly darker. You're now under the earth. Everywhere candles and flames are burning, and what you're seeing is something you have also never seen before. This is a place of wonders. There are so many books no one can read in a lifetime. You basically walk through halls of books. There are multiple like corridors. It's kind of like a maze of books. But Isaac knows his way around as he like just goes straight through it. And at some point you see like a reading area with like little candles over each of the desks. And around this reading area, like more people looking like Isaac actually standing there, and one of them is a half orc. You recognize immediately.
Okay. And I walk over and say, Sagash?
Yeah. Shh. You're back.
Yes. Can we speak privately?
He looks at his ward, which is currently writing something on a piece of paper, like from a book, and is like, yeah, sure. And like just both, like all three of you go into like a side area with books, and it's like, how have you been? Like I was worried.
Oh my god. Well, to make a long story short, everyone that went with me is not returning.
They're dead.
This is. I'm assuming so. I
I'm so
haven't
happy
seen
you're
them.
back, and he just hugs you.
I hug him back. And this is my friend Ellerin.
Glad to meet you.
Hi.
You see a half-orc for the first time. Like he seems like one of the orcs you've encountered in Tripura, which you actually remember. And but he doesn't look that much like an orc. Like he seems like he has like the skin tone and he's like little tusks still from his mouth, but he doesn't look as dangerous as those orcs you've seen before. It looks a bit more human, but he still has like all those features of an orc.
Ellerin's a bit freaked out, but he's trying to be nice, so he's not really showing it.
Glad to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, yeah, I mean, I passed Lydia on the way down here. Is she keeping her nose into our business?
Well, she's just like snooping around all the time. Like I think she's afraid.
Well, she should be. Have you spoken to Orgric? And like, as I'm saying that, I'm opening up the piece of paper that she passed me.
And on the piece of paper, there's a little note. Meet me at dawn, west of the moon bridge. Bring your bird.
Okay. And I like pass it towards him.
Okay. Well, she's still careful. I think you should take Princess there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm aiming to do. I have a lot of information. I need to write it down at some point, but damn, I needed to ask you. And I hold out my hand and I say, I may or may not have made a signing in my blood. Is there any way to
Oh yeah, that happened.
get rid of this?
I don't know, but like I can like definitely research it. Like there's surely a book in that Is there anything else? Like, you need to tell me. Like what have you been up to? Like, where have you been?
Oh, okay. The highlight of everything. We went. Okay, and I'm saying this like more quiet. I got to the grandfather tree, and underneath it is an entire city of gnomes.
What?
Yes.
So it's both like an like an entrance to like a gnomish underground world and the Feywild?
As far as I'm aware of, they don't even know that there's like much going on outside here. By the way, this is a side note. If anyone from this gnomish place comes in and says that they have permission to get in here, only give them to the first floor. Don't say I said anything.
Well, if I see as soon as I see a gnome in here, I'm going to take personal like control of the visitor.
Okay, that's completely fine. Only you, because I need to do a trade. But that's
This is
yeah.
to do with the blood thing.
No. That was just I was hoping to negotiate pricing on certain things, and I pull out my scrolls.
Okay.
And I give him the teleportation one, and I'm showing him my chain lightning.
Oh, that's good. It's some good scrolls.
I'm like, yeah, I'm holding on to this one for now, but by all means, you can take that
I
one.
would very much like to, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like I'm going to find out about the blood thing for sure. Is there anything else I can do with you?
Ellerin, is there anything I am missing? Anything
Well,
you need?
Well,
That's all the knowledge
this
of
the
the
person
world
who
in this
can-
place.
help me with locating my sheep, my very dear sheep, Rosa.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god, you're completely right. Okay. Zakash, I need you to find out if anyone else is going towards the grandfather tree.
Okay.
It's very
you-
important.
It's
Very
incredibly important. As much as I love my dear princess, my friend Elonia has his own animal named Rosa, a sheep that is left alone in the forest. I'm sure she's fine, but I just want to make sure that she will get back safe.
Is it an intelligent sheep?
A what?
Is it an intelligent sheep? Does it
The most
understand
intelligent
language?
of them all, probably.
Okay, that's good. We could send her a message.
That works.
I'm good. I like look at Ella and like, can she speak?
I don't know. He whispers.
Okay.
I hope so.
I'm gonna look back at Sagat and be like, there's a 50-50 chance she may or may not speak. I've only met
Yeah.
her once.
Okay, just
But
like
yeah.
Ellerin, please write me what you want to tell her, and I'm going to send it to her. If she replies, I'm going to let you know.
Well, I don't think she can write you a letter back. If
No,
that's
it's
what
not
you're
a letter.
thinking
Like,
of.
look
No.
at this place.
Telepathical
We
notes.
yes.
Tell her.
Is there any other way to maybe track a sheep?
I can, but I can't do it today.
Do you have a sample of her blood,
Okay.
maybe?
No,
Do you have,
definitely not.
do you have anything of Rosa's?
Ellerin's like looking at his clothes, seeing if there's like any sheep.
Probably
sheep
you
fur
actually
stuck on
think
it.
you find some like a bit of wool
Yeah.
like on your
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe.
So
Yeah, we can work with that maybe. What is so special on this sheep?
It's
I can't even explain it. It's just she's very special, and she needs to be
Okay.
recovered.
Okay, if
It is very
means a lot to
important.
you, I'm going to look at that as well. But you have to meet.
Thank
with
you,
Albert,
I
like,
appreciate it.
We need to get the favor. Let's
So
just
what's
look
been
left,
happening on-
right, if someone is listening.
What's been happening down here? I've been gone for a bit.
Same thing as every day, and no one special came in.
Oh, by the way, did you know Orgrick went to hell?
What? I knew she was
Yeah.
powerful, but that seems extreme.
It was insane. I saw it like through my own eyes, like the whole experience. She was so different back then. She was really cool.
Yeah, she's really like a, I don't know, an old bitch. Right now.
Yeah, that's fine. She's a hot ass
wow.
now,
I
but
need to tell me all of
she
that.
was
I love this so much.
so cool, like insane. She could do so much. But anyways, that's besides the point.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you coming with? Are you coming with to meet Ogre?
I don't know. Like I think like I don't have a bird, so
True.
I think I'm just going to hold to just stay here. I'm going to find out about the sheep and like a blood thing. And
Okay. Perfect.
let me just sing information.
Mhm.
Okay.
Keep Lydia out of your business.
Oh,
Or
no
our
problem.
business.
I thought of something.
That sounds good.
If tomorrow her hair on fire, you know it was me.
I won't say anything.
Okay. Well, I need to get back to my ward. Like I'm not sure. Like I hope
Of
he
course.
doesn't write into a book or something.
Of course.
Okay, just like see you. Glad to meet you. And like goes off.
That was it.
Okay.
That's all I needed. Right. Oh,
Wow, Isaac, you have some pretty cool friends.
yeah. He's probably my only
Yeah.
friend.
Makes me wonder why he chooses to hang out with us.
Well, maybe you need new characters. We don't know. It's a good starting place. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You make your way upstairs again, outside of the vault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nemeia,
Yeah.
you're alone.
Is there an easy way into the White Tower?
First of all, like, who takes Solaris with them? Just out of interest.
I guess.
Oh, we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Well, there's no obvious entry actually. Like, there's no doors or anything. Make an investigation check for me. As you're looking around, like trying to figure out a way. Okay. As you're looking at, you spot someone with like a little harper badge, like just leaning on a corner next to the White Tower.
I go up to them and ask as politely as I can when my temper is so. Actually, I guess I put the ring on, so for the first time in a while, I'm serene.
No, the ring is actually like the ring, and I'm not sure if like I wrote it like correctly, but the ring is not the. There's a ruby in there, and the ring.
It just says one of my magic rubies. It doesn't say specifically what it does.
Wait, yeah, that's a magic ruby, but the ring is not a magic ruby. The ring is like the PSS. So there's a ruby and a PSS. Like if you go scroll.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So as you do the ring though, like you feel like a little bit of magic going like jolting through you, and if someone identifies the ring for you, I can actually tell you what it does.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, then my temper is still high, and
But-
as politely as I can in that scenario, I ask this Harper mage if I can get into the tower.
I'm sorry, which what is? Oh, yeah. Right. Right around the corner. Well, let me show you. Well, please come with me. And he's like moving around the corner, and he looks left and right. He's like, touches a stone, grabs you, you vanish. You back into the teleportation circle.
Cool. Then I go to find the High Magister Swan Song.
Okay. As you exit the teleportation circle, like the little gnome is again like coming to you. Who are you again? And like as you go upwards, like it's like Nemeia visits the tower. And with that, actually, like as you go upward, like you see as one of the doors, and you see Just a swan song with a little sweat on his side. It's like, and then he gets himself. Ah,
Are you all right, High Master?
you know how many stairs there are in this tower?
Actually, no, I don't.
A lot. What can I do for you, Nemeia?
I wanted to keep you in the loop as to what I found at the house.
Oh, that is very, very glad.
I didn't find out everything I wanted to, but I have an idea of what my mother is trying to do. She didn't tell me exactly where she'd gone, though I have an idea as to her final destination.
What would that be?
I think for the safety of you and the people of this town, maybe it's best if I don't divulge that information.
Fair enough.
But it has given me guidance.
That's good.
I was hoping. Sorry, do go on.
I just went to you alone,
Yes. With what I've discovered and how I've discovered it, I think the time has come for me to part way with my company. They have an objective. Whether or not they'll see it through, I have no idea. But what I need to do now runs contrary to that. And I think it's something I need to do on my own.
So you alone, without anyone, any support, you know that your mother, tried the same thing once. You know.
Well, there is someone I need to find, but again, for the safety of your guild and your people here, it's probably not safe for me to say who that is.
It's your choice, if you think so.
I just need some final pieces of information so that I'm not going in completely unprepared.
Okay, what do you need?
I want to know, and I grabbed the bow that I've been carrying around, the elven one that I got off the drow, and I show him the ring as well. I say, I'd like to know what these two things do.
2 stairs down to the left.
All right. And again, I'm sorry, a lot's happened in the last few hours. My mind's not very clear. Do you say you had some idea of where she went?
No, sadly not. She didn't really convey much information to us.
Well, then I will just have to try my best, okay. I suppose. I'm not doing this out of some strange habit or out of mistrust or out of some bizarre need for glory or honor or anything, but because it's the right thing to do, and until I have a little bit more information, I just don't know. It's not even about who to trust, it's about who to keep safe.
If you need any help with anything, you know how to find a harper, do you?
I do now.
Good.
I still got that token as well,
true.
I guess.
Yeah.
Which I hold up to him.
That's a good token
there.
to keep.
Thank you for showing me what you did. I appreciate it.
Well, I didn't do it for you. I did it for her.
I know. It turns out I don't know her anywhere near as well as I thought I did. If your theory is correct, then my mother also has a hard lesson to learn. In time, we'll see how this all plays out.
Okay. You go down to requisition, and you learn from the requisitioners what the trigger word for your bow is. This is an ancient elven bow, which is called Revenge. Actually, it's not that rare. Like a lot of elven warriors have it, and when you say the command word in Elvish, which basically means to you say, I'm not sure what it says right now, but I think it was something like, I will fight you until you die or something, or I'll find you until you die. You have disadvantage in every attack roll, which is not that target, but every time you hit that target, you get like 3d8 damage extra or something.
Oh.
I'll
Cool.
it should be in the
It's a
description.
shame I didn't find that out earlier.
Yeah, it's pretty. But if you need to kill the target, if the target is still
Yeah.
alive, disadvantage on the rolls. And the ring is actually a ring of true sight, or true aim actually, which means that once per long rest you can hit one ranged attack, guaranteed.
Cool.
So yeah,
Yeah.
what do you do after?
I think Nemeia just makes sure that she's well provisioned. And she gets herself a map. And she basically looks to aim to get back to where she found temptation.
Okay.
Way back when.
So you provision yourself and equip yourself for training.
Yeah.
Okay. Sin, Arias. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Sorry. The one last thing is, I guess, like while she's provisioning herself, she does give a final fleeting thought to Danella's darlings, and she knows that this is the right thing to do.
Okay.
And then that's it.
Sin, Arias, what are you doing?
Do we feel like a disruption in the force?
You mean like a lot of good suddenly has left the Danella's darlings? Maybe? Like there's a font of sanity suddenly missing, maybe, yeah.
A disturbance, yeah.
The voice of reason is left.
The voice of reason is gone.
What are you guys doing?
It's a good question.
Well, Alaris, is there anything you want to do in the city? Because apparently everything I do only gets us into trouble.
Is there anything you need to buy or anything from?
I think in general we should stock up all kinds of things. We could check out the vendors here, but there's also one other thing that I never had the chance to tell you about.
What is it?
I don't even want to steal anything this time. And I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I don't even need to kill anyone. Actually, it's about that. When I was at the Shadowtop Cathedral, the druid, he told me that there is magic that can suppress this urge, this drive that I have for blood. It can suppress that, at least temporarily. And maybe in this place there might be someone who knows how to do this. Maybe then I wouldn't have to go around and kill all these people anymore.
In the city.
Maybe. By what I heard earlier, it seemed like there were some powerful mages, all kinds of magic. I don't understand half of this. But Solarius, look at him. He's drooling again. He's not here to help us, so... What do you think? You think it's worth a shot?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to try, would it?
Oh, but where do we go?
Okay.
Where do we find these people?
Maybe either Isaac knows. He seems to know his way around. this
I'm
place.
not sure if I want to entrust that particular information with Isaac just now, especially with what happened earlier. I'm not quite sure if he's on my side. On our
Or we
side.
can
I mean.
ask around.
Yeah. I might also... I guess slowly I'm starting to feel the pain setting in. Because I was... towards the end, I was quite bettered up there. Maybe we can find a healer too. Maybe that's the
That's
first
good.
stop, and they can.
Do you
sit
not
in.
have any healing potions that I gave you?
Surely, but I think they're more for, moments when you don't have time to heal in more natural ways.
Also, good rest also helps.
Yeah. So maybe we can find a healer, a chemist who can send us on our way to an actual mage. Nothing against chemists.
So you're looking for a store in the city which could like craft stuff, right?
Come again?
Are you looking for someone in the city who can craft stuff, enchant stuff? Or
Somebody who's got like herbs and schmerbs that you can put on your.
oh, herbs and herbs. Sorry, yeah. Definitely find someone.
Alright, let's go look for someone.
I mean, like this is Silverymoon. Like, yeah, you surely find someone. Just tell me what you want to achieve, and let's go for purchasing and stuff. Let's go quite quickly through this.
Okay.
Just tell me what you need and.
Okay, I would try to find someone who sells herbs. So there's something I can do to, I don't know, like a cooling pack that I could put on my forehead. I don't know.
You want to buy a whole herbalism kit, actually? So
Yeah, maybe that's not a bad idea.
Because if you do that, you can actually like actively like search. Like there's like a little book in there, like which tells you like what healing plants are. You can like try your own at gathering some herbs, which you can use maybe for first aid and stuff as well. Just get a bit more.
Herbalism kit.
Yeah.
It says it worth. I mean, here it says it's worth 5 gold pieces. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Purchase. Did I end up losing any gold now from this whole action? I think I got everything back,
I
right?
think so too.
Nice. Add 1 kit. Taken away 5 gold. And I want to ask the shopkeeper if they know anything about someone who's proficient in blessings and magic. And
for sure. Like there are different temples all over the city, so it's a question of like which deity you actually wanna like pray to. There's also like a general temple where like there are different deities where you can like kind of like equip a more neutral help.
I'm looking for someone who's like very pure and not someone who's like, how do I put this? Who's got like so much zeal they're gonna strike me down the moment I show up there because they feel that I'm somewhat evil.
Lawful good,
just
neutral
someone,
good,
like
chaotic
maybe
good.
Someone with like a
Now just tell me which alignment you want to look for. Chaotic good, lawful good, neutral, whatever.
Oh boy. So lawful would be bad maybe because they're gonna lock me up if they figure out what I did. I guess neutral good.
Okay.
If I understand the alignments correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Neutral good.
Okay. So there is they tell you about a god called a monitor, which is kind of like the keeper of the eternal sun, the light of never mind. Never mind that. I actually, as I read it, I was like, this probably doesn't fit.
Is there anything with like a motherly touch? I don't know.
Yeah, that's Chanter. Actually, you've heard a lot about it in Goldenfields. She's like the great mother, or the great goddess. She's like the image of fertility, the image of agriculture.
Well, I've got no problem with fertility. That's not it. That's not it.
So that's one. That's actually neutral good.
But if there's other, hearing of this, would I, as a character, get the idea?
She doesn't look powerful to you. Then we have Eldef, which is the quiet one, the guardian of groves, the mother of the waters. And then we have the
Like-
the Gond, the Wonderbringer, the inspiration divine, the holy maker of all things.
That sounds powerful enough to actually do something. Now, the idea is, like, just playing this as a character, who would Sin,
Yeah, I'm
like,
just telling
knowing
you
what Sin
you-
knows, is that someone who Sin would think that's where I need to go to potentially get a blessing?
I'm just telling you stuff and you tell me what you want to go. Then there's Lathander, the Morning Lord, Inspiration Stone, the Rose and Gold God, the God of Spring, Birth, and Renewal. This is Cody good. We don't want that. We don't want that.
Mr. Herbalist, what about the Druids? Do we know what the Druids pray to? Is there a common god that the Druids from these parts believe in?
Most of the Druids pray to Miliki, which is the Lady of the Forest or the Forest Queen.
And do we have a bit of a city park here where the Druids are?
Oh, there's actually a big temple for Miliki in the city.
Alaris, we know where we have to go.
Just look for the big unicorn.
Perfect. Is there anything else you want, Alaris?
Don't think I need anything.
Okay. Don't forget to grab Solarius.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will carry him over my shoulder.
Okay. It's actually pretty easy. Like, you actually make your way south as well, over the big moon bridge I had described earlier. Both of you haven't seen something like this in all your life, and probably will never see again as you walk over this. It's each of you as you walk over, like you get the sense of beauty and sense of I don't know. There's like this bridge gives hope that there's beauty in the world where probably there wouldn't be beauty left. Like, so even at like darkest places, like, you know, you have something to hold on now, having seen this thing. And you go south. You make your way to another market. It's not a marketplace. It's more like just around a place. Like I don't know what's the English word for that, but I don't know. It's just an open space. And on this open space, there are more temples like located to each other. And one of them bears the unicorn of Miliki.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
You go in. What immediately comes to your mind as you see this is less a temple than it's an entry to kind of like a grove. It's like you would stand in a grove deep in the forest, which is further like intensified by that there's the city actually is not really a city, but more or less a city in the woods, so to say, or like a woods, or like a wood in a city. You're not sure how it's like, you know, but like in this place, it is more natural than everywhere else. As I said, like there's like a little stream running through the temple. There's trees everywhere, and there are a lot of different people silently sitting there in prayer. There's some priests running around. Some are like there's one tending to one of the trees, like trying to trim some of the branches. Another one is watering some flowers. It's beautiful.
Do I find a high priest anywhere? Someone who looks like
definitely.
they could be responsible.
Hello, visitors. Like he has this long beard which goes nearly to his like upper knees.
Listen,
Dumbledore.
do you have a moment?
Of course, my child.
I have come from the forest. I met one of the High Druids. His name was, and I say his name.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's always an honor to meet one of the High Druids.
It was. Now, can I bring my worries to you? Do you have this moment?
Oh well, nothing will ever leave this temple. Just sit with me. And you sit down, like he sits down on a bench in front of a little spring, and like you can just enjoy just watching the spring and like this idyllic atmosphere of the water running down beneath the trees and the green.
Do I feel the same kind of peace that I felt at Shadowtop
It's
Cathedral?
not the same piece in Shadow Cathedral, which was very magical. This peace here is more natural, more as I don't know.
Does it still have that calming effect on
Not
my
as much as
affliction?
Shattered Cathedral, but you feel definitely more peaceful there, yeah.
Well, something has been troubling me. Something that has made life very difficult for me and the people around me, and I was wondering if it was something that you could help me with.
How can I help you?
There's... Well, how can I say this? The mark of a not so benevolent god upon me. It makes me do things that I would rather not do. And when I was with the druid was able to put a spell on me that kept these thoughts at bay, that hit him from that hit me from his sight, or something of the like, that made this feeling just easier to bear. And I was wondering if you were capable of similar spells.
Look at you. Have you ever thought of how to say it? I'm actually missing the English word, which makes it really hard for me right now.
What's the German word?
I'm not even know the German word. Like I know the meaning. I can describe
I know
it.
the feel.
It's really shitty. I wouldn't say now a word which is very not appropriate, but it's probably like the most near thing that I can think of. Have you ever thought of signing up with another with another god?
Joining another covenant. I honestly never really cared much. I just wish they'd leave me alone, so I'm not sure if I want to put in my lot with another
Well, maybe
divine
you
being,
should care.
to be completely honest.
Imagine like how your life could be if suddenly you started caring. If you're not just wandering aimlessly for the world, but if you actually put your value to some good use, helping people, actually improving the world around you, and if you do good deeds, Malikali, for example, would definitely smile on you as well. May would even call you in her paradise after that.
Is Edoras out of hearing range?
I mean, yeah,
Can
you
I
kind of
retcon and say that I wanted a moment for myself there?
yes.
Okay.
Or just sit on a different bench with Solarius.
Yeah. I just imagine this dragon lady chilling there with drooling Solarius. Well, today I think I might have lost a good friend of mine because of something I did, and I think until after it happened, I hadn't realized how much she had mattered, and maybe this could have been avoided if I had sought help earlier.
It's never too late
Is
to
there-
start doing good.
So, doing good is one thing, but joining the acolytes of another faith,
Oh,
you must
no
understand
one-
there's not much good that has come my way from the
No one
gods and their
asks you
doings.
to be in a temple, caring for the trees or anything. Those are people who are like just enjoy doing that, and want to live life that way. But everyone has a unique way to give, and there are a lot of people who are out there just like adding a little positivity to just everywhere they go, improving lives, just a little here, a little there. But those are like so valuable because every tiny bit can lay the seed for something good to grow. So you don't need to stay here or devote your life. You can just go out there with a maybe different mindset, and this will already start changing things, and maybe it will change you as well.
Those are some flowery words right there. See, I think maybe I didn't make myself clear enough. I have literally been cursed by a god to become addicted to murder. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I go out there, I don't think planting a flower left or right by the roadside is going to make that urge go away. That's what I need help with.
You know what? The greatest struggle is often the one with the biggest reward.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
We can help you on a journey. But you need to be willing to, take the step and don't just use this as an excuse. You need to, if you say what you, like if everything is true what you say, then you have a hard way before you. But as I said, like everyone can change. This could be the first step of a new life. But you need to be willing to go all the way. And not just await whatever you think lies before you.
All the way? What is that supposed to mean? All the way? Am I gonna have to pay taxes to your church now?
No.
Was it a yeah or no?
No, it was a no. No. We don't need anything from you. We are only here to give. It is you who needs to sacrifice, and you need to change and start the need for change. If you're longing for a different life, it is you who must take the steps, not us. We can only assist you on the way.
As I make my way to this better life, to this better self, do or don't you have spells that can make this presence go away? Temporarily.
Oh, no one can make it go away. Not even temporarily. If it was you say it is, then he will hunt you for as long as you stay as you are. As long as you don't change, nothing will change.
So you're saying if I become a good person, then Baal is just gonna say, "Oh well, guess I'm gonna take my fingers out of his life. I'm gonna let him go because he's now such a jolly good fella. Who cares?"
I'm saying
that's what Baal is gonna say.
The more you change, and I mean real change, the harder it will be for Baal to influence you. Because the more you change, the more you actually don't wanna do his bidding, the less you will be able to, the easier it will be for you to resist his bidding. Oh, it will be painful, don't get me wrong. If this is how I'd say it is, you have a long way before you. But the longer you wait, the more you will go down the spiral.
Thanks for the conversation.
We're here if you need
enough.
us. Don't forget, we are here to help. But you must take the steps.
And the rest, I think it's time to leave.
I grab Solarius again.
Yeah, no, I'm grabbing him, putting him behind me.
Come here.
And there's... Wait one moment.
I stopped.
Do you think I'm a bad person? Besides the things that I can't control.
Can you control stealing?
Is it really stealing if you only do it to people that have wronged you before?
I mean, you kind of stole from mailing when I told you not to.
Mailing was pretty mean to me.
It's hilarious.
Solarius was also pretty mean to me. And the
How
mayor
was
owed me
the
money.
mayor?
I'm not kidding. I paid 1,000 gold from my private estate for expenses that were entirely the group's. Scrolls, the hammer, and then everyone wasn't just saying, "Oh, we'll pay you back later, Sin," when the money came back in. Everyone was pretending as if no one even owes me anything. Do you expect I give half of what I own and then just let that slide forever?
Yeah, I'm kind of like a. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say now.
So, let's get back to the point. Do you think I'm a bad person?
I wouldn't say bad person. You just if you put it that way, it's not really that bad. Have you
See?
got some bad intentions of stealing?
Good thing I know that my stealing is well intended. Now, I think what this guy over there told me, he was just trying to get me on his crew, on his faith. Next thing he would have asked was going to be his hourly fee for his therapeutic sessions. I'm telling you, these people can't be trusted. Let's try to find the others. Isaac's got to be somewhere out there. Ellerin. And what about Nemeia? She can't just go. We're bound by faith. Not by faith, by destiny. Destiny! That's what the giant told us back then. All of our destinies are interconnected. She can't just go away. I can't believe she hasn't tried to get her amulet back yet.
You would think she would help us on our adventures when we helped her on hers.
You mean we just will run into her one day?
No, I'm saying we should. Like, it's. How do I explain this? We helped her with her mission of trying to find her mother, and I think she should help us on what we need to do.
Well, we haven't found her mother yet, right?
Not yet, but we were helping her with that.
If I was to find her, I would apologize. And I would suggest that we should find her mother together. But don't tell her this. It's because I really want those wings. And I think she can help us. Help me get these wings. And I think we need Nemeia to find her. And we're bound by destiny. So if you understand me right, let's make the best of it. Let's try to get the rest together. I'll get.
Sin apologizing?
I just told you why, okay? I gotta get these wings somehow, and I don't think I'll get the wings if we don't have her on our side. Don't look at me like that. I'm not apologizing.
And I got like this grin on my face. Towards Sin.
Let's try to find the others.
Okay.
Where were we gonna find them? We don't even know where they went.
It's a good question. And with this, we end the session. Okay, wow. I've never seen so much infighting in quite a while. Good session. Good session, everyone. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I'm really interested how the fall-off of this will... Also, I really Sin, like, Crozy, like, honestly, I really enjoy, like you acting on this thing. I think it's really on point, honestly. So, yeah.
I mean, I try sometimes. I find it very difficult trying to come up with the dialogue as I'm acting it out. I think sometimes that comes across as very half-assed, but it's
Not at all.
and then it's not my native language. I mean, I speak a lot of English, but it's not always easy. So if it's not always as convincing, that's my apology. That's my excuse. Yeah.
And Cricket, that word you were looking for was convert.
I was looking for something else, like it was a softer word, it's really a hard time describing, like embracing more or less. You know.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Anyway.
I would almost say the word was devotion.
Yeah, devote. There we go. Yeah, devote is
Hello.
actually what I was looking for. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, there was something to unpack. Let's see how this will go on next session. We learned a bit about Isaac. We now have ways to contact Rosa, which is a step in the right direction, I guess.
The only thing that
main goal.
matters.
That would be the darkest twist if Rosa actually had died because of what we did.
Yeah.
That would be so dark.
Is
But
that
Arrow-
the turning point? Is that
But
when
Arrow's
Finn
there.
says, you know what, I'm going to turn it all around now. I'm going to live life a different way.
And we find out it was Arrod's bear that took Rosa.
Wow.
Wow.
That would be dark. Okay. Well, okay. We have now a lot of backstory from Nemeia, who seems to packed her backpack and leave the city. Well, the rest of them are just like covered, like just distributed all over the city, and we'll see how that will go on next week. So hope you see you guys next Monday at 7 p.m. And thanks again for listening, for participating, writing, like how say it, feverishly waiting if the bag of holding gets destroyed or not. I wanted it very much to be destroyed. That's well. Anyway, so see you next Monday, I hope, and until then, a nice week, and wish you all the best. Bye.
And thank you, Jamoni and Infinity, for the
Oh, yeah.
memes.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.